Welcome, Autograph Fisherman here, and I have another profile video for you. Today it is Carey Price. Just remember that as of recording this, he is not officially retired. Born August 16, 1987. Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Height 6 feet 3 inches, 191 centimeters. Weight 217 pounds, 98 kilograms, 15 stone 7 pounds. Position goaltender. Catches left. NHL team Montreal Canadians. National team Canada. NHL draft 5th overall, 2005. Montreal Canadiens. Playing career 2007 present. Carey Price, born August 16, 1987, is a Canadian professional ice hockey goaltender currently under contract with the Montreal Canadiens of the National Hockey League. Considered one of the best goaltenders in the world during his career, Price is the winningest goaltender in Canadiens history as of the 2023-24 season, with 361 career wins. Beginning his junior career with the Tri-City Americans in the Western Hockey League in 2002, Price was selected 5th overall by the Canadiens in the 2005 NHL entry draft. Following his second season with Tri-City, he won the Dale Wilson Trophy as the top goaltender in the WHL and CHL Goaltender of the Year in his final season of Major Junior in 2007. Joining the Canadiens farm team, the Hamilton Bulldogs of the American Hockey League, just as the Calder Cup playoffs begun, Price led the Bulldogs to the Calder Cup championship and won the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy as the tournament MVP. Price debuted in the NHL during the 2007-08 season as the backup goaltender, before ultimately becoming the starting goaltender later that season. In 2015, he won the Ted Lindsay Award, William M. Jennings Trophy, Vezina Trophy, and Hart Trophy, becoming the first goaltender in NHL history to win all 4 awards in the same season. In 2021, Price led the Canadiens to their first Stanley Cup Finals appearance since 1993, before eventually losing to the Tampa Bay Lightning in 5 games. Internationally, Price represented Canada at various tournaments at junior levels, winning silver medals at the World U17 Hockey Challenge in 2004 and the IHF World U18 Championship in 2005. He won a gold medal at the 2007 World Junior Ice Hockey Championships in Sweden. In 2014, Price was named to the Canadian Olympic hockey team and led the Canadian team to a gold medal at the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, posting a .972 save percentage and 0.59 goals against average across 5 games. Price's play earned him the tournament's top goaltending award. In 2016, Price went undefeated en route to winning the 2016 World Cup of Hockey. Early life. Price was born in Vancouver to parents Linda and Jerry. His mother is the chief of the Okacho First Nation, while his father, also a goaltender, was selected by the Philadelphia Flyers, 126 overall, in the 1978 NHL Amateur Draft. Although the foregoing never played in the NHL, he did play 4 seasons of professional hockey in various leagues and was for a time the goaltending coach of the Tri-City Americans. Price has a younger sister, Kayla, and is second cousins with former professional ice hockey player Shane Doan. When Price was 3, his family moved to the remote town of Anaheim Lake in central British Columbia, where he was raised. He was taught to play goaltender by his father on a frozen creek during the winter months and played organized hockey in Williams Lake over 5 hours and 320 kilometers, 200 miles, away by car on Highway 20, having to make the 10-hour round trip 3 days a week. Carey's father eventually bought a Piper PA 28 Cherokee to fly him to practice and games. Playing career. Tri-City Americans. Price made his first appearance in the Western Hockey League in a single game for the Tri-City Americans during the 2002-03 season. He then made the Tri-City roster the next season, appearing in 28 games as the backup for Colorado Avalanche prospect Tyler Wyman, posting a 2.38 goals against average GAA and .915 save percentage. The next season, Price took over as the primary starter of the team and established himself as a top goaltender, playing in a league-high 63 games with a 2.34 GAA and .920 save percentage and 8 shutouts, both in the league top 10. Ranking as the best North American goaltender by NHL Central Scouting, Price was drafted 5th overall by the Montreal Canadiens. This move was considered surprising by many, both because Price was widely projected to be drafted in the middle of the first round, and because the Canadiens' then current goaltender, Jose Theodore, had won the Vezina Trophy as the league's best goaltender 3 years prior. During the 2005-06 season, Price's play in Tri-City suffered considerably, and he ended the season with a 2.87 GAA and a .906 save percentage while starting 55 games. Price rebounded the next season with a very strong 2006-07 season, posting an excellent 2.45 GAA and .917 save percentage while winning both the Dale Wilson Trophy as the top WHL goaltender and the CHL Goaltender of the Year award. Despite this, the Americans were eliminated in 6 games during the 2007 playoffs. Hamilton Bulldogs. Following Tri-City's early playoff exit later that spring, Price joined the Montreal Canadiens farm team, the Hamilton Bulldogs, just before the start of the 2007 Calder Cup playoffs. In 2 regular season appearances with the Bulldogs, Price allowed only 3 goals and won 1 game. Price led the Bulldogs on a remarkable run that spring, defeating the Hershey Bears 4-1 in the finals as the team won their first Calder Cup. Price became only the 3rd teenage goaltender to win the Jack A. Butterfield Trophy as AHL Playoff MVP, posting a 2.06 GAA and .936 save percentage. Montreal Canadiens, 2007 to 2022. 2007 to 2014, early career, Eastern Conference final runs. Price made his highly anticipated Canadiens debut on October 10, 2007, against the Pittsburgh Penguins and recorded 26 saves and a 3-2 win. After the first month of the season, he was awarded the Canadiens Molson Cup for October, given to the player with the most first-star selections. Although reassigned to the Hamilton Bulldogs midway through the season in January, he was called back up to Montreal shortly over a month later. With the trading of starting goaltender Cristobal Huet to the Washington Capitals before the trading deadline, Price assumed the starting role for the Canadiens. He was subsequently named the NHL Rookie of the Month for March and the NHL First Star of the Week, ending April 6, 2008, 19 as the Canadiens finished first overall in the Eastern Conference and earned their first division title since 1991-92. Price completed the regular season leading all rookie goaltenders in wins 24, save percentage .920, and shutouts. He was named to the NHL All-Rookie team in recognition for his accomplishments in his first year in the NHL. Entering the first round of the 2008 playoffs against the 8th-seeded Boston Bruins, Price recorded a 1-0 win on April 15, 2008, becoming the first Canadiens rookie to post a playoff shutout since Patrick Roy in 1986. He would go on to record another shutout in Game 7 to eliminate the Bruins. The Canadiens were then upset in the second round in 5 games to the 6th-seeded Philadelphia Flyers, with Price losing 3 of the last 4 games. After a strong start to the 2008-09 season, in which he earned a second Molson Cup in November, Price injured his ankle in a game against the Tampa Bay Lightning on December 30, 2008, forced out of action for nearly a month, during which he was voted in as a starting goaltender for the 2009 NHL All-Star Game in Montreal, along with teammates Alexei Kovalev, Andrei Markov, and Mike Komisarek. He made his return to action on January 20, 2009, after backup Yaroslav Halak was pulled in a 4-2 loss to the Atlanta Thrashers. Going into the 2009 playoffs as the 8th and final seed in the Eastern Conference, the Canadiens played the Boston Bruins in the opening round for the second consecutive season. They were swept in 4 games, with the Bruins scoring at least 4 times in each game. In the final game at the Bell Center in Montreal, Price surrendered 4 goals in 2 periods. After stopping a weak dump-in, the crowd cheered sarcastically, and Price responded by putting his arms up in the air, similar to Patrick Roy's gesture on December 2, 1995, in a game after which Roy requested a trade from the Canadians. Price struggled throughout the 2009-10 season, winning only 13 games and losing the starting job to Halak as the Canadians entered the 2010 playoffs as the 8th and final seed for the second consecutive season. The highlight of the season for Price was stopping 37 of 38 shots in a 5-1 win over the Boston Bruins in the Canadiens' 100-year anniversary game on December 4, 2009, and the low point was surrendering 4 goals in his only start of the playoffs. Although the Canadians made a surprisingly long playoff run to the Eastern Conference Finals in the 2010 playoffs, upsetting both the President's Trophy-winning Washington Capitals and the defending Stanley Cup champion and 4th-seeded Pittsburgh Penguins along the way, before losing in a lopsided 5-game series to the 7th-seeded Philadelphia Flyers in the conference finals, Price appeared in only 4 games, 2 in the first round, 1 in the second round, and 1 in the third round, respectively. In the 2010 offseason, both Price and Halak became restricted free agents, and a goaltending debate emerged in Montreal over who would remain with the team, the playoff hero Halak or the younger Price. After weeks of media speculation, the Canadians chose Price, trading Halak to the St. Louis Blues and re-signing Price to a 2-year, $5.5 million contract to return to his role as starting goaltender. During the 2010-11 season, Price played in 72 games, recording new career highs, including 38 wins, 8 shutouts, a 2.35 GAA, and a .923 save percentage, and was selected to play in the 2011 NHL All-Star Game. This play from Price allowed the Canadians to enter the 2011 playoffs as the 6th seed in the East. This strong play continued for Price in the playoffs, posting a .935 save percentage. It was not enough, however, to lead the Canadians to victory, as they ultimately fell in 7 games in the first round to the 3rd-seeded and eventual Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins. On October 26, 2011, Price earned his 100th win in his NHL career in his 214th game against the Philadelphia Flyers. A few months later, he participated to his 3rd All-Star game. The 2011-12 season, however, did not go well for the Canadians as a team, and they missed the playoffs for the first time since the 2006-07 season, and for the first time in Price's career, having finished the season in last place in the Eastern Conference, putting them 14 points behind the last playoff spot in the standings. On July 2, 2012, Price re-signed with the Canadians on a 6-year contract worth $39 million. During the lockout-shortened 2012-13 season, Price started the year very well, winning 18 of his first 28 starts as the Canadians, in stark contrast to the previous season, were one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, going 29-14-5, good enough for second in the conference. Price's play, however, dropped off in the final weeks of the season, going 2-6 and allowing 27 goals. Nonetheless, the Canadians went into the 2013 playoffs as the 2nd seed against the 7th-seeded Ottawa Senators. In Game 4, with the score tied 2-2 as the 3rd period came to an end, Price suffered a groin injury and did not return for the overtime period and was replaced by backup Peter Buttigieg. The Senators would go on to score and win the game. Price's injury sidelined him for the rest of the series, and the Canadians were eliminated in 5 games. Price ended the playoffs with a subpar 3.26 GAA and a .894 save percentage. The 2013-14 season saw Price play 59 games, record 34 wins to go along with a career-best 2.32 GAA and .927 save percentage, leading the Canadians to their second 100-point season since the 2007-08 season, Price's rookie season. The Canadians entered the 2014 playoffs as the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference against the Tampa Bay Lightning, whom they swept in 4 games, marking Price's first playoff series win since 2008, when Price was a rookie. The Montreal Canadiens then faced the President's Trophy-winning Boston Bruins in the 2nd round, marking 4th time of Price's NHL career to play against the Bruins in the playoffs. In contrast to the previous 2 postseason meetings, the Canadians upset the Bruins, ousting them in 7 games. Following a 4-2 defeat in Game 5 at TD Garden, Price shut out the Bruins in Game 6 by a score of 4-0 before stopping 29 shots in a 3-1 victory in Game 7 to eliminate Boston and advance to the conference finals. His and the Canadiens' run, however, ended against the New York Rangers. In Game 1 at the Bell Center, with the Rangers up 2-0 near the end of the second period, Rangers forward Chris Kreider crashed into Price. He would stay in net for the remainder of the period, allowing 2 more goals before the intermission. Price was then replaced by backup Peter Buttigieg in the third period as the Rangers scored 3 more goals to hammer the Canadiens 7-2 in Game 1. Price was soon ruled out for the rest of the series with an unspecified lower body injury, as the Canadiens fell in 6 games to the Rangers. The second year in a row Price had a premature ending to his playoffs due to injury. 2014 to 2021. Hart, Jennings, and Vezina trophies, Stanley Cup Finals appearance. Price would have the best season of his career in 2014-15, as he would finish the season as the leader of the 3 leading categories for goaltenders: GAA 1.96, save percentage .933, and wins 44, all career highs as he would help the Canadiens win the Atlantic Division. He would go on to win the Hart Memorial Trophy as the league's most valuable player in the regular season, the Vezina Trophy as best goaltender, the Ted Lindsay Award as most valuable player as voted by the NCHLPA, and the William M. Jennings Trophy for fewest goals allowed, in a tie with Corey Crawford of the Chicago Blackhawks with 189 goals allowed. He became only the second player in franchise history to win 4 awards in one season. Early in the 2015-16 season, on November 25, 2015, Price suffered a knee injury against the New York Rangers. At the time of the injury, he was expected to return after 6 weeks. However, a few months later, towards the end of the season on April 6, 2016, the Canadiens announced that Price would not return for the remainder of the season. The extent of Price's injury was revealed to be a medial collateral ligament injury, MCL sprain. On November 12, 2016, shortly into the 2016-17 season, in a game against the Detroit Red Wings, Price would set a record for most consecutive wins to start a season with 10, later be surpassed by Jack Campbell of the Toronto Maple Leafs in the 2020-21 season. Once the season ended, Price would be named a finalist for the Vezina Trophy for the second time in his career, but the award ultimately went to Sergei Bobrovsky of the Columbus Blue Jackets. On July 2, 2017, it was announced that Price signed an 8-year contract extension with an annual cap hit of $10.5 million, totaling to $84 million for the entire contract. His new contract will run to the 2025-26 season. This made Price the highest-paid goaltender in the 2018-19 season, surpassing New York Rangers goaltender Henrik Lundqvist. After a dismal month at the start of the 2017-18 season, Price left the lineup due to a minor lower body injury, leaving goaltenders Al Montoya and Charlie Lindgren to take his place in the next 10 games of Price's absence. On February 22, 2018, Price was ruled out indefinitely after sustaining a concussion in a game against the Philadelphia Flyers. 40 on March 19th, Price returned from his concussion and dressed after missing 13 games for a game against the Florida Panthers. Despite his injuries, Price made in his 557th career NHL start for the Canadiens against the Winnipeg Jets on April 3rd, surpassing the previous franchise record holder Jacques Plante. On October 27, 2018, after a 3-0 win over the Boston Bruins, Price surpassed Patrick Roy for second place in Canadiens' franchise career wins with his 290th career victory. Price was named to the 2019 National Hockey League All-Star Game, his 6th All-Star nomination, but he chose to defer due to a lower body injury with Tampa Bay Lightning goaltender Andrei Vasilevsky filling his spot. On March 12, 2019, with a 3-1 victory over the Detroit Red Wings, Price surpassed Jacques Plante for first place in Canadiens' franchise career wins with his 315th. Even though the Canadiens missed the 2019 playoffs by 2 points, Price had an improved season with a 35, 24, .6 record and a .918 save percentage in 66 games in 2018-19. For the 2019-20 season, Price played 58 games in the season, recording a .909 save percentage and a 27-25-6 record. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic restrictions in March 2020, however, the regular season ended 3 weeks early. Price's presence on the Canadiens lineup became a point of discussion in the media during the NHL's debates on the format for the belated 2020 playoffs, which were to be held in August 2020 in an expanded format that allowed the Canadiens to participate for the first time in 3 years. The Canadiens were scheduled to play a qualifying round against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it was reported that the Penguins had objected to the idea of a best-of-3 series on the basis that Price's presence and talent gave the Canadiens an unfair advantage relative to their regular season performance. The Penguins publicly denied this subsequently. Ultimately, a best-of-5 format was chosen instead. The Canadiens defeated the Penguins 3-1 in the qualifying round, with Price recording a .947 save percentage. The team went on to lose the first round to the Philadelphia Flyers 4-2. With pandemic restrictions in effect still in place, the NHL arranged for all teams to play exclusively within realigned divisions for the 2020-21 season, with all Canadian teams playing in the newly formed North Division. Towards the end of the abbreviated season, Price sustained a concussion on April 20th, 2021, after a collision with Alex Chiasson of the Edmonton Oilers. As part of his return to the ice, he played a game with the Canadiens' AHL affiliate, the Laval Rocket, on May 17th. Price finished the season with 12 wins, an underwhelming .901 save percentage, and 2.64 goals against average as the Canadiens clinched the final seed in the playoffs. Price would see notable statistical improvements throughout the 2021 playoffs, while the Canadiens advanced to their first Stanley Cup finals in 28 years. The Canadiens beat the Toronto Maple Leafs in 7 games by overcoming a 3-1 series deficit in Round 1, then swept the Winnipeg Jets in Round 2, and finally defeated the Vegas Golden Knights in 6 games in the semifinals to win the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. Price was widely cited as the most important player in the Canadiens' deep run to the finals. When asked about the difference between Price's regular and postseason performances in recent years, Canadiens general manager Marc Bergevin remarked, "I guess the expression we could use he's a big game player. He rises to the occasion. He does extremely well under pressure." In the Stanley Cup Finals against the defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, Price and the Canadiens lost the first 3 games, but won Game 4 at home by a score of 3-2 in overtime to avoid getting swept. Price made 32 saves in the win and then 29 saves in Game 5, which the Canadiens lost 1-0 for a 4-1 series loss, with Lightning rookie forward Ross Colton scoring the lone goal of the game in Game 5 at Amalie Arena as the Lightning won their second consecutive Stanley Cup title. 2021-2023, later years, Macedon Trophy and health struggles. With the arrival of the Seattle Kraken as the NHL's 32nd team, the 2021 NHL expansion draft was scheduled. As each team was only allowed to protect one goaltender and Price had a contractual guarantee of protection in such situations, it was widely assumed that the Kraken would select Price as backup Jake Allen on the basis of his strong performance in the previous season and economical contract. Price proposed to waive his no-movement clause so the Canadiens could instead protect Allen, with the team's calculation being that the Kraken would opt not to take Price's contract due to its cap hit and duration. Ultimately, the Kraken declined the opportunity to select Price and selected defenseman Cale Fleury from the Canadiens instead. The Athletic remarked afterward that, now that Seattle has taken a pass, the reality that Price will play his entire career in a Canadiens uniform seems impossible to refute. Price underwent knee surgery in July 2021 and was initially expected to be ready to begin the season on October 13th. However, on October 7th, it was announced by the Canadiens that Price would be entering the NHL-NHLPA Player Assistance Program, established to help NHL players and their families deal with substance abuse, mental health, and other personal challenges. On November 9th, Price rejoined his Canadiens teammates and went on to release a statement explaining his leave, revealing that he made the decision to enter a residential treatment facility for substance abuse following years of neglecting his own mental health. Following his departure from the Player Assistance Program, Price embarked on an extended rehabilitation of his knee, a process that lasted months past what was initially expected and involved multiple setbacks. In his absence, the Canadians, plagued by injuries to other players, fell to the bottom of the league standings. Team owner Jeff Molson sacked general manager Bergevin, and subsequently coach Dominique Ducharme was removed as well, replaced by Martin St. Louis, a former teammate of Price's on the 2014 Canadian Olympic team. In early April, it was announced that Price would travel with the team to away games against New Jersey and Toronto, but would not play in either. After days of speculation, it was confirmed that he would make his first start on April 15th against the New York Islanders, the Canadiens' 75th game of the 2021-22 season. In his return, he gave up 2 goals on 20 shots in a 3-0 loss to the Islanders. After 3 additional games, Price consulted with his New York-based specialist on continued knee inflammation, but said there were no real questions answered for me. He returned to the net for the Canadiens' final game of the season, a 10-2 rout of the Florida Panthers for his only win of the season. Price indicated that he would seek further answers over the summer. Addressing the possibility that the season ender was his final game with the team, he said if it isn't, that would be a great way to do it. Price was named a finalist for the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy, awarded to the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. After being named the winner of the award, he observed there's obstacles in life that will always challenge you. And I think having the ability to overcome those and keep things in perspective and keep moving forward is something that we should all be teaching our children and loved ones. On August 18th, 2022, Canadiens general manager Kent Hughes announced that Price was unlikely to play during the 2022-23 season, and that if he were to return at all, it would likely require additional surgery. Price later disclosed in an interview with The Athletic that the contemplated surgery was an osteochondral autograft transfer, but that the odds of success were such that it was unlikely he would pursue it, given the risk to his daily quality of life were it not to succeed. Price's wife Angela hinted at Price's retirement in April 2023, stating they were moving back to British Columbia. Although Price said he wished he could have returned, he realized that it was not possible. Subsequently, The Athletic reported in September 2023 that Price knows he will never play professional hockey again, with his priorities shifting to maintaining his quality of life. International play. Price made his international debut for Canada at the 2005 IHF World U18 Championships in the Czech Republic. He appeared in 4 games, earning a silver medal as Team Canada was defeated by the United States 5-1 in the gold medal game. 2 years later, in his final year of Major Junior, Price was named to Team Canada for the 2007 World Junior Championships in Sweden. He led Team Canada to a 3rd consecutive gold medal and was named tournament MVP and top goaltender after going 6-0 with 2 shutouts, a 1.14 GAA and .961 save percentage. He was also named to the tournament All-Star team along with teammates Jonathan Toews and Chris Letang. He led the 2005 IHF World U18 Championships in save percentage and wins. Price sold his U18 championship helmet for charity. On January 7, 2014, Price was named to the 2014 Canadian Olympic hockey team along with goaltenders Mike Smith of the Phoenix Coyotes and Roberto Luongo of the Vancouver Canucks. Price, along with close friend and teammate Cabe Subban, became the first Montreal Canadiens players to be selected for Team Canada since Mark Recchi in the 1998 Nagano Olympics. Soon after arriving in Sochi, it was announced that Price would start in Canada's first game of the tournament against Norway. Price had a strong debut, stopping 18 of 19 shots against Norway in a 3-1 Canadian win. Price's strong play continued, allowing only a single goal in a 2-1 victory against Finland in the round-robin tournament. In Canada's quarterfinal game, Price backstopped Canada over Latvia 2-1. On February 21, 2014, Price played a pivotal role in a 1-0 victory against Team USA in the semifinals. Price stopped all 31 shots and shut out Team USA, powering Team Canada into the gold medal game against Sweden. In his second consecutive shutout of the Olympics, Price made 24 saves in a 3-0 victory and won his first gold medal as an Olympian. Price ended the tournament undefeated in 5 games with a 0.59 GAA and .971 save percentage, and was named the tournament's best goaltender by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Playing style. Like many modern goaltenders, Price uses the butterfly hybrid technique, a mix of stand-up and butterfly-style goaltending. Using this style, Price will stay on his feet for high shots and drop to his knees, pointing his skates outwards with his pads covering the bottom width of the net for low shots. Price has been lauded by his teammates and opponents alike for his exceptionally calm demeanor on the ice, with 2014 Olympic teammate and Los Angeles Kings defenseman Drew Doughty calling Price probably the calmest goalie played in front of. Price's methodical and calm approach to the play often allows him to make difficult saves look mundane and routine. Price is considered by the Canadiens' management and coaches to be one of the leaders of the team and is present during meetings with the team's captain and alternate captains. Philanthropy. Price in April 2015. In October 2015, Price teamed up with CCM to donate $10,000 worth of equipment to a minor hockey league in Williams Lake, British Columbia. Since 2014, Price has been an ambassador to the Breakfast Club of Canada, which aims to provide all children across Canada with nutritious meals. In June 2019, during the annual NHL award ceremony, Price, together with model Camille Kostek, presented hockey fan Anderson Whitehead the Feel Good Moment Award. Whitehead's mother always wanted her son to meet the goaltender, but was not able to arrange it before she died from breast cancer in November 2018. Personal life. Price, who is of Okacho First Nation descent through his mother, was named as an honorary co-chair at the 2010 National Aboriginal Hockey Championships that were held in Ottawa, Ontario, in May 2010. Price is of the Nuksock and Southern Carrier Aboriginal heritage. Price met his wife Angela while playing with the Tri-City Americans. In an interview, Angela said that the couple were set up on a blind date by her friend, who was dating Carey's roommate at the time. They live in Kelowna, British Columbia during the off-season. They were married on August 24th, 2013 in Benton City, Washington, near Angela's hometown of Kennewick. The next day, Price flew to Calgary for Hockey Canada's Olympic orientation camp for the 2014 Sochi Olympics. On October 21st, 2015, Angela Price stated on her blog that they were expecting their first child the following spring. In May 2016, Angela gave birth to the couple's first child, a girl named Liv. In December 2018, Angela gave birth to their second daughter, named Millie. In June 2020, Angela announced they were expecting their third child in the fall. In October 2020, Angela gave birth to their third child, a boy named Lincoln. Price is the brother-in-law of former Canadians teammate Yannick Weber, who married Price's younger sister, Kayla, in July 2022. The couple originally met at the 2014 Sochi Olympics, when Weber was there to play for Switzerland, and she to see her brother play for Canada. In an October 2022 exclusive interview with The Athletic's Arpon Basu as part of a series which ranked the top 100 players in modern NHL history, with Price ranking 88th, Price opened up about his experience a year prior, which led to his admission to the National Hockey League Players Association Player Assistance Program. It was revealed that Price experienced struggles with alcoholism, which initially began as an escape from the stresses of being a professional athlete, but was further exacerbated following the Canadiens' loss in the 2021 Stanley Cup Finals against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the complications surrounding his knee surgery shortly thereafter, paired with strict restrictions surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic in Canada that had begun in March 2020, particularly citing the severity of substance abuse within the Indigenous community, and upon reflections of his own mental well-being. Price made the decision in October 2021 to voluntarily enter a residential rehabilitation facility. Price hopes his willingness to talk about his experience serves as an example and inspires other individuals that it's okay to ask for help. Price is an avid outdoorsman and often camps and hunts in his free time. In December 2022, Price released a statement opposing a proposed Canadian federal bill which would amend gun control legislation. Price later apologized to the victims of the École Polytechnique massacre for the timing of his comments, which came 3 days before the 33rd anniversary of the attack. On May 31st, 2024, Price received an honorary law degree from the University of Northern British Columbia in recognition of his inspiration provided to Indigenous youth, as well as continued philanthropy work in both Northern British Columbia and Canada. Awards: NHL Rookie of the Month March 2008, NHL All-Rookie Team 2008, NHL Young Stars Game 2009, NHL All-Star Game 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2019. Hart Memorial Trophy 2015. Ted Lindsay Award 2015. Vezina Trophy 2015. William M. Jennings Trophy 2015. NHL First All-Star Team 2015. Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy 2022. AHL Calder Cup Champion 2007. Jack A. Butterfield Trophy 2007. WHL West First All-Star Team 2007. Dell Wilson Trophy 2007. CHL Goaltender of the Year Award 2007. International World Junior Championship Best Goaltender 2007. World Junior Championship Media All-Star Team 2007. World Junior Championship MVP 2007. Winter Olympics Best Goaltender 2014. Winter Olympics Gold Medal 2014. World Cup of Hockey Championship 2016. National Lou Marsh Trophy 2015. Lionel Conacher Award 2015. Inspire Sports Award 2016. Montreal Canadians. Molson Cup 2009, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2019, 2020. Well, that was another profile video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any thoughts about Carey Price, let me know them in the comments. I would like to read them. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. As always, until next time, keep on collecting. Bye.